I'm with a group now and they just asked me some great questions about presenting, and it's always a challenge for you're an MBA, you're a master's program, PhD, whatever program, and you have to present as part of your assessment or for other reasons to pass a confirmation. Okay, so the big thing about presenting is your energy levels. You definitely need to have energy in the classroom. And recently I've been talking to my groups and talking about, well, you need to find ways of interacting with the audience. And I think a big way of thinking about interaction is that you need to bring double, triple the energy to the stage compared to your audience, because the audience, your audience, in the end, are going to respond to your energy. They're not going to respond to your voice. And if your energy is not matching that interaction that you want to get from the audience, then you're going to have dead air. And when you have dead air, then the whole presentation can go southward. So thinking about how can you do that? Like, it's enough. Of course, you've got to rehearse. Rehearsal is very, very critical, and that's my second big point. Okay, your energy, then you've got to rehearse. But what if you only got 15 minutes? What can you do? 15 minutes is not much you can cover in 15 minutes. But when you rehearse, you can actually squeeze a 22, 25 minute amount of content into 15, and it's possible to do that. Now, if you're a monologue, that is, you talk without interaction, it's very easy to squeeze 25 minutes down to 15 and you go fast, get to the point. But what if you still want to have interaction and you've got 15 minutes and you've still got 25 minutes of content? How do you do that? Well, then you've got to do what they do in the movies, and that is, most movies these days go for about two hours, something like that, 2 hours, yeah. But normally they'll record 3, 4, 5, 6 hours of cuttings, but you only get to see 2 hours because the market will only sit down and watch for 2 hours, even though there's maybe 3 hours good stuff to watch, but you've got to cut. So how do you do interaction? You don't see your whole 15-minute presentation as a scene. You see a 15-minute presentation as a series of 5, 6, 7, 8 scenes. So if it's 5 scenes, it's 5 scenes of 3 minutes each. And so you are chunking. At the beginning of each scene, you've got an idea that you want to get to the audience. You will present the idea. Then you may have one item of interaction that you want the audience to respond to. And so you're focusing on 90 seconds in that scene that goes for 3 minutes. That's half of that time with the interaction with the audience. And then you wrap up what the audience have come out with, and then you finish that scene, you go to the next scene. In the next scene, here is the big idea that we want you to be challenged with, and then you will do the challenge, get interaction from the audience, you go back, and then you wrap it up, boom. And so by chunking a 15-minute presentation into 5 3-minute scenes, it enables you to actually control your time, but at the same time you are controlling the interactions with the audience. If you don't chunk it up, you've got a 15-minute window in which you can start interacting with the audience, and actually the time can run away from you because you're not forced to actually close the loop and round up each 3-minute part. But when you're forced to actually round something up after 90 seconds of talking with the audience, it forces you to go faster and forces you to stay on point and go to the next part. And by the time you go to the next scene, suddenly you have wrapped up the first 3 minutes, then you go to the next 3 minutes, then the next 3 minutes, the next 3 minutes. And so that's how, by chunking, you can actually bring interaction and energy into your presentation. Of course, there are other things that you need to think about, but these are the big ideas. So you've got your energy, you've got rehearsal, and by chunking, it enables you actually to do 2 things at once, and that is time management and actually to get interaction responsiveness from the audience, but you're actually staying on point because by chunking, it forces you to stay on point with key questions at the beginning of each chunk. So that's how we do a presentation, and I wish you well in your career. Bye for now.